with the bass, and no one owes you anything. The shotgun blast, kicking the ass, so paranoid. Watch your back!
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Derf 762 channel. So as you can see, the optic is mounted on the rifle already. I did not record the installation steps, but I am going to go over a brief synopsis of what I put on there. So basically what I bought was the SWFA Super Sniper 10x42 rifle scope. This cost, just for the basic scope, is $299.95, but I added in the Butler Creek caps. You got a Mil Dot Master. You can see the 42mm sunshade on it, and I got the SSALT mount from SWFA also. Total cost for that was $443.86 from SWFA. So that brings the total rifle cost to $1,894.88. So, I mean, I took this thing out and I love the optic. It has a Mil Dot reticle, 30mm tube. For $399, you can get the side focus. I went cheap and got the rear focus. It's, you know, easily audible clicks for the quarter MOA adjustments. The rear focus goes from 10 to infinity. It's a nice piece of glass. Supposedly the backstory on these is it was made for the Navy with no actual name and just an NSN number. So the Navy put this out for contract for bid to build this scope to their specs. And long story short, Tasco, I guess, was having it produced, or the contract, and when they decided they didn't no longer wanted to do it or fulfill the contract, SWFA asked if, or I guess basically bought the rights and picked this up. So this was sold to the government probably for well over $1,000. I heard that it was in the 90s when it was released to the public. It was like $8.99 or something like that. Shortly after that, it went down to $2.99, and it stayed there for over a decade. It's an awesome piece of glass, and if you look around YouTube and everywhere else, you will see people highly recommend this glass. Yeah, there's not much more I can say about it. So the next footage we're going to roll into in a second is me shooting at 100 yards at the range. I did some basic testing and break-in. So you're going to see me shooting some steel. That was just a break-in after sight-in. In about 2 seconds, here it is. So we're shooting steel. In just a couple seconds here, we're going to roll into some grouping. I used a bunch of different ammos. I was basically not worried about my point of impacts or anything like that, just basically my groups. This was sighted in with, I believe it was either the 147 grain Perfecta or the Lake City 7.62x51, 147 grain M80 ammo. So let's roll into the groups. Wasn't too happy with all of it right off the bat, but you can see this is Lake City. It's 3.610, and I didn't really worry about windage. I'm worried about vertical stringing. There was pretty high winds out there that day. So this is Perfecta 150 grain soft point is 1.426. Also, I'm going to I'll probably add it in the video, but you deduct 0.308 the diameter of the bullet. This is the Perfecta 147 grain. It's 2.127. You can see that's pretty much towards bullseye. I think that's what it was sighted in for. This is the Federal, I believe it's the 150 grain soft point. That's 1.138. This is the the Winchester PowerPoint. I believe it's the 180 grain PowerPoint. That is 2.437. That might be the 150 grain, actually. Yes, that's 150 grain, sorry. This is the American Eagle. It's an M1A loading. That was 3.268. I think it was 168 grain. This is the Privy Partisan 175 grain supposedly match. It was 1.754. I don't think that was match. I measured some of them just to see if it was matched. They weren't all the same length, overall length. So yeah, this is the 180 grain Winchester. It's 1.971. So basically, most of these are minute-and-a-half angle, some a little bit less once I deduct the 308. This was my best groups. This ammo was great. So it's 0.811. By the time I'm minus 308 from there, that's going to be a half MOA group. So this is the bullet I'm actually looking at now in my next testing, doing a ladder test. So I ordered 175 grain Sierra Match boat tail, or hollow point boat, sorry, 175 grain Sierra hollow point boat tail bullet, which is, this is probably close to the same one they used. And we're gonna do a bunch of loadings and do a ladder test probably in our next video using that loading. Even that Black Hills ammo, I even did overall measurements on that because some of that wasn't even measured to the same length, and that stuff was, I think it was $30 for the box. It's expensive stuff, and it says match on it. But I think I can definitely build better, so we should be able to squeeze our groups down. But just stay tuned to the channel. We'll do some ladder tests in the next video. Alright, Dirt762 out. This is also me shooting at 200 yards, but